Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Sam Howell, Part 9. Whew! Is the draft here yet? Let's get into it. Welcome to the QB School. All right, Sam Howell, part a lot. Last one of the draft season here on Sam Howell. First one, pick, rough. Pick 6. Lots goes wrong here. This to me is one of those kind of contradictions in my own thinking about many of these screen throws. I often say and think screen throws are always on the quarterback, and I still kind of believe that. This is probably one of the potential outliers where it's hard to put certainly all of the blame on what's going on here, but just the idea being that, hey, we're going to throw this little swing bubble out here, and we're going to ask our tackle that he's going to need to get this defender on the ground. So he's got to cut him. He's his responsibility. Got to find a way to get him down. If he doesn't, we still need to have the touch to be able to see it and throw it over that guy. So it can be both of them. Now, is it all on Sam Howell? No. But this is just it's a tough one for me because it goes against so many of how I think about these screens. But I mean, we can make that throw over the top. Just lay it out. Nice, easy touch. See that color flash in front of your eyes? And that right tackle's got to get the end down. At least get his hands down. That's a hell of a play, too. Don't get it twisted. But, man, come on. Make those throws. Those throws, at the end of the day, are the quarterback's responsibility. And Big 74, help us out. Get him down. Get the hands down. Nice defensive play. That guy could play some offense. Next one here. 3rd and 2, beautiful little short post up top. They're going to try to lock bunch and hit us with a little green dog 5-person pressure, and it just creates a massive void in the middle of the field. I mean, this is just wide ass open. You're still going to be able to hit it, hook it up. Nice job, put it on him, but level of difficulty on that, not high. Still good to understand this one because this is certainly a concept you're going to run in the league. Yeah, I've certainly had some success with this and also know where the bones are buried here. So where the ball's going to end up going here, we're going to go corner or whatever. It can be a corner, it can be a post, it can be an in. We're going to get that first shallow coming across, and then we're really trying to get the ball to what is normally short post. So we're going to come out here, sell like we're going out or to the flat, and then we're going to come back underneath. And so if you catch this versus a 5-person pressure, so these 5 go, it's great. It's a great play. Because inevitably, this linebacker type right here, he's got this back 1-to-1. So if he comes out here and checks on the swing, he's going to vacate. If he steps up to block, he's going to disappear and add on if he's a green dogging team. So if you're running just this route, so where the ball ends up going, versus the leverage of what we're trying to do right here, after 2 guys go through here, he's going to be trying to set outside leverage because he's got inside help here. There's going to be just a massive void. Now, where the bones are buried on this, and I threw a pick to Woodson, I think it was a preseason game. He was with the Packers on a similar play like this. If the teams have the capacity, one, if they're not blitzing and there's a thief, rat, hole player in here, so if they're only rushing 4 and they have the capacity to pass this off, so the first guy who goes on the shallow, they pass it off, and this guy takes it over and runs with him. And the guy who's on him, let's just say right here, difficult from the corner, easier from the star or nickel spot to be able to do this. If he then falls, he comes off and he becomes the rat hole thief player, well then that short post is right there. And I had to go make a tackle. So there are certainly, it's good versus man coverage, but it's not great versus thief, rat, hole, whatever you want to say, where they have an extra guy in that box. So first watch the pressure. 5 people rush. Right? So immediately we should be good. Then they add on with the green dog when the back blocks. And now look at the void. Just got no chance. Just a bunch killer if you're going to lock, play man coverage. That's why many teams carry a lot better bunch checks than just get on different levels and lock them up. You got to have some dudes out there to be able to do that. Just a lot of space. But Sam Howell, I mean, certainly there, going to find a little toesy in his game, but it doesn't matter on this type of throw. That's a 5-yard throw for a big-time touchdown. Nice design, And if I'm going to come at them for some design elements early or later, they certainly had some well-designed plays early on. Next one here, a little touchdown pass. Love to shift, go from 0x4 to 2x2 wing. Get that slide from that sniffer coming across in the flat, touchdown. Nice job from Howell here, just buying enough time. Again, not a big time throw down the field. Certainly can throw the ball with accuracy down the field, but has enough mobility, has enough creativity, has enough off platform here to take the block from the back here. Not great. Buy enough time, put it on him, get creative down here, take advantage of the width of the field. Again, really like this play, both from the design here. We're going to shift. We're not static. We're going to have some moving parts. We're sliding guys across. Really difficult for this defense to be able to get the second guy out in the flat coming from the opposite side. Just puts a significant amount of stress on a defense. And these are red zone type plays that you'll see in the league. Maybe they won't get here from this exact way to do it, but watch that sniffer come all the way across. Puts a lot of stress on number 11. Sniffer slides across or hides, and there it is. And Miami certainly gets and got exposed defensively a number of times in this game, but still worth examining how Howell has some of these transferable things. This, to me, one of those air raid plays. I'm not certified, but I think this is called divide. To me, this is just kind of spot and go or snag and go. There's a number of things here that I would like to see Howell do just a tick better. Obviously, the end result is really a turnover-worthy play. Should be a red zone interception disaster. But how do we get here? What is there exactly to learn about? So whatever you're going to call this play, at the end of the day, to me, it's just the bones of spot and go. So there's spot or snag. And then from this, we're just going to build in a double move on this little spot or snag route. And then he's going to take the middle of the field. So I think that's why they call it divide, split field coverage. You're really trying to get a vertical stretch on this boundary or near safety to the right. Make him feel like he's got to go with that corner. And then we're going to take advantage of this space right here. Now, the thing about that, and this is a very, come at these guys sideways, but this is an air raidy type drawing to me, because what is it missing immediately to me is the underneath check down if it's not there. So if it's not there, I think in a more precise, NFL type system, this check down, even if he's got some sort of chip or block responsibility, he's going to get through there and go sit right there. Because if you're working this 1, you need something 2. You can't, it's really hard to go 1, 2 all the way to the flat. You'll be late, bad things will happen. You need a 1 and then you need a 2. And so the first thing I'm going to argue is that this little move right here, this window to throw this ball is open. Let's throw that. If for some reason you don't, let's get through this collision and get right to there and have the ball there. And even if you don't throw it 1 to 2, I would like to see his feet work through it with that type of precision and detail. And I mean, that's not that complicated, right? 1 to 2, you can count to 3, you can play for me. Most offenses, there it is. So let's watch it. You make your own decision about, is it open? Comes in there, settle, go right there. Throw it. That's open. Catch it right on the 2, fall forward, touchdown. Yeah, will there be a collision? Yeah. Anticipate that, rip it. Why are we moving? Why are we moving off our launch point? Just take your drop in rhythm and throw that thing right there. Boom. Anticipate it. It's open. He goes to, for whatever reason, turns it down. Okay, if that's not there, where's the back? Yeah, he takes the edge off, a stunt, but then get out. Get out. Give us an option. The ball goes to the back right there faster, as opposed to late, disaster. Who knows what's supposed to happen here. Really fortunate that that's not a red zone interception. From the back end, again, you can just see the timing of it. Now, a little bit more with just the back here. So right there, I like that. Help them out. We need some help. It'd be nice if they could pick up the stunt on the left side, but they can't. Chip it. Get out. Get out. The ball's yours. Not there. And then this at the end is just scary. And there's an element of, at least from the 21, and again, I'm making excuses here for him, but he's got to make a lot of plays for this offense. Doesn't have the talent necessarily around him like he did maybe his first few years, but he does carry this team when they score, when they produce. halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then we've got a bunch of additional quarterback school content available. The absolute premium content are the quarterback school courses. A link to all of those courses can be found in the video description. We've got the quarterback school Patreon community, really the bedrock, the foundation of this channel, trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room over there for the quarterback school Patreon community. If you are interested in that, hop over and check that out. And then finally, we've got a bunch of additional free content. All of it can be found in the description to this video. Thanks so much for checking those out. Let's keep this going. Love this over the middle of the field, little hook. Again, throwing it away from the near defender, a little 11 on 11 crime there. 11 is just too stiff to be able to handle a slot like this in space. I love this type of, I love this type of route versus this type of coverage if you're going to catch what looks like a wide receiver versus a linebacker type trying to match him in coverage. But that's a type of throw you will get in the league. Maybe not this specific matchup, but this specific type of throw coverage. Now, this guy won't be quite as stiff, but the ball location here, away from the near defender, allows him to really, what he should do is catch it and turn this way, as opposed to catching it and trying to come back underneath the guy. But the accuracy and the timing here is what we're looking for from Howell. This is a Sunday type throw. Again, when does he let it go? A little anticipation right there, coming out of it. Maybe a little ball location. Perfect, away from the near defender. Turn left and get vertical. You can see it from the back end really nice because it's all in the picture. Right at him. Again. Away from the near defender. Defender's got his back turned. Catch it and go left. Boom. Get up the field. Nice job. Just easy completion. Something specifically that you will see in the league the exact same way. Then for me here, trying to get through a read, obviously misses it by yards behind him. A few different things here. Again, in whatever this hybrid air raidy thing is that they try to do here offensively, I just would love to see him be a little bit more decisive. And again, easy for me to say with a clicker. Okay, I get that. Okay, don't freak out. I know that there are some line issues up front. So there's the mesh. What else is there with this thing? We've got the in where the ball ends up going. And then we've got, I'm going to say, I hope this is a rail, but he looks like he's running and looking immediately, which I don't think he should be here. And then down the field. The reason he shouldn't be looking is because we got a peeler here. And if I'm playing quarterback, if I'm coaching quarterbacks, if I have anything to do with this type of read, as soon as we see a peeler versus our back, and a peeler meaning that defensive edge player has him on a rail down the field, this ball has to be thrown down the field. That is one. It's not one here. It is one here normally if they drop it in zone. It can be. But this is a 1B, gotta throw it. Touchdown. I don't care if it's 4th and 1, 1st and 10. That's the matchup we're looking for. When it's not there, then you get into the meshy world. And again, 1, 2, 3. He ends up shuffling his feet. Would love to see him kind of buy enough time here and then make this throw. Not an easy throw coming back across his body, but not a throw you want to miss by yards behind the guy either. So first, let's watch that rail from the back. And you can see the peeler. See the back look right there? Now, he's not doing you any favors. Don't look. You're just slowing down. Go get down the rail and throw it. Just throw it. Throw that thing at the 10, between the 10 and the sideline. Now, it's not there. Work the mesh. Our pass protection's letting us down. We're sliding to the left, but that end is wide open. Nobody around him by 5 yards. We can make that throw. We can make this throw. 1, 2, 3. Just behind him. And again, I'm not in their wide receiver room. I can't tell you if they make these guys run through windows, settle down on those ends, if they're just not on the right page. But that's a throw we can hook up. And that's a throw you would expect a guy to hook up who has the potential to go early in the NFL draft. Not getting hit, he can make that throw, needs to make that throw. So, the inconsistencies pop even, if it's not an interception or a turnover-worthy play. But then you see plays like this, and some iteration of America's RPO here with the glance, 3rd level RPO. They're running 1-back power. They get a nice little cheat. I love this design here, bringing the glance in tight to make sure that you get the leverage that you want on that corner. And again, this is not only horrific defensive structure system going 0 here, essentially 8-person box, but the ability here. First, let's talk design. So it's a tight split. What does that do? That moves the corner outside most coverages. So now when we come up here and run this, we've got all that space and we've got the leverage we want. They're running some variation of 1 back power, 5, 6. Here's the tailback running it. They've got 1, that's 4, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm not great at math, but 8 to stop 6 is not necessarily what we're looking for in the run fit world. Well, maybe it is what you're looking for in the run fit world. It's also what we're looking for in the RPO world. This is essentially 0. So he's coming down. He's coming down. No matter how you do these RPO reads, this is as open as you'll ever see it. Just beautiful, easy, great call, excellent design, good execution, but it's not going to look like this on Sundays. I mean, get out of here. This is the defense that gets you fired. Bad ball. Just bad ball. Bad structure, but you still have to be able to go out there and take advantage of it. And he will throw these types of throws. You know, these are the throws, doing third level RPOs, glance, slants, that he hopefully will be a part of in his system on Sundays, no matter where he goes. And then closing this thing out, this is really what he does, and it's kind of sneaky. I don't think he's sneaky athletic. I think he's sneaky tough to bring down. He's got a little bit of a tank to him, and this is obviously horrific defense again, tackling, coming in there like a torpedo, not wrapping up by any means. And it's still impressive. 3rd and 6, nobody's going to run more draw than UNC. I mean, look at that shot he takes. Umpire can't get out of the way. Looking quick. Yee. That's a nice side run. Either way, this shot he takes, though, boom. Bounce, spin off. Talk some smack as you go into the end zone. My goodness. That's a really impressive run. He is again, it's going to be interesting to see what type of runner he becomes when he gets his opportunity to play on Sundays. I think it will be more of scrambler than necessarily called runner. There will certainly be some draw probably, but it doesn't strike me as quite the kind of vertical threat that maybe some other guys are running the rock and like direct quarterback runs, but certainly athletic enough to be creative and to be able to get some extra yards when they're there and help him as a young quarterback kind of survive some tough down and distances. And it wasn't just that one. That was 3rd and 6. This is 3rd and 8. Again, in the red area. This time it's just he takes off, not a called draw. Got a little flat go up top with a little loop down here to the bottom. No, great base. We're going. And again, I mean, look at this right here. You telling me he gets into the end zone right here. There are 4 unblocked Hurricanes, 1 half blocked. My goodness. Some bad defense, but also some great finish. And again, this is the type of stuff for me that I really like. Not only the finish, the ability to get in the end zone, but the elevating of his teammates, the elevating of the offense to say, hey, I don't have to do hero ball, but I can do this when we need to. And this is just bad defense. This is almost give yourself a stomach ache as a coach. Just disgusting. But it's a great effort, and he does have this as part of the game. I just think it's hard to project exactly what this looks like on Sundays. I don't think it looks like this. This on a Sunday is a field goal. This is a run, slide, and maybe we're going for it on 4th and 2. But it's great effort. It shows the heart, I think. It shows, a certain will and capacity to be able to run and lower his pads when he needs to. And maybe as the game continues to evolve a little bit more, specifically down red area, short yardage, take advantage of this type of stuff. But again, you're not going to see a whole lot of tackling like this in the league. So that is a wrap. Sam Howell. We are done with Sam Howell for the 2022 draft season. I personally like Sam Howell a lot. I like his game. I like how he elevates his teammates. I think that there certainly are some question marks about the productivity. And I have a hard time figuring out exactly, taking shots maybe at their offense, what they do, how it translates. But I think that there are some elements of his game, the ability to drive the ball down the field, the ability to kind of elevate the game himself when he needs to with his legs, his ability to run, and what that looks like in the league. I think the potential is there to kind of potentially make this thing a really special thing, depending on where he lands and what he's surrounded with and all those types of things, the luck that goes into where he eventually ends up. But there are a lot of traits that I enjoy watching. And so hopefully you do too. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.